This guy freaks me out. This ghost, it's a pope, and this is Alexander VI. This pope, before becoming pope, he was a cardinal. When he was a cardinal, he had so many women, kids more than he was aware of. When he became pope, things didn't get any better. He started to sell indulgences. He would charge money and people would get the clearance of their sins. This business went very well, apparently, and in fact, at some point, he was accused of corruption. He didn't care. Now, when you behave like that, you start to get a lot of enemies. And when you know that you have lots of enemies, you always keep your eyes open just in case someone wants to get rid of you. And that day came. At some point, he was suspicious about a cardinal. And so he decided to tackle the situation right away and he invited the cardinal for dinner. And he put something in his pocket. So they were at the table, and when the cardinal got distracted, he poured the poison in his wine glass. After that, we don't know what happened. What we know for sure is that the Pope drank from the wrong glass. This was on August the 11th, 1503. At some point he started to swell and he started to scream in a voice that it was not his, like as if he was possessed. And he started to say things like, "Come on, David, let me live 2 more years, just as we agreed, and then you can take me with you." At that point, the nuns and the priests were terrified the devil was gonna show up, and so they ran off the room and they locked the door, and that's how he died, totally alone. He died on August the 18th. Have you been in Rome in August 18th? A little bit because it was hot. A little bit because his flesh was evil. His body started to decompose so fast that it started to smell so bad. And so they had to put him in the coffin. But his body swelled so much that they couldn't fit him inside. And so the carpenters apparently had to break his bones to fit him inside the coffin. But he wasn't buried below St. Peter's Basilica. He was buried in a church that is a couple of blocks away from here. That's the Church of Santa Maria del Monserrato. Every August the 11th, which is the date in which he was poisoned, apparently his ghost shows up, dressed like this, red dress, red hat, on that corner of the square. And he walks all his way on a diagonal until he gets to the other corner of the square. He mumbles something and then he disappears that way. And this happens every August the 11th. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention a very important detail. He was elected Pope on August the 11th. 11 years later, he got poisoned on August the 11th. Is that a coincidence?
Highly recommend going on a live virtual guide tour with Federica and her other talented tour guides.
Wait for you.
Stay curious, my friends.